Hello, everybody, and welcome to Balancing Healthy Emotions with Essential Oils. I am really excited to have you here today. We're going to jump right in. This is part of our Blast class sessions, and that is 30 minutes of wellness and wisdom. So we are going to go ahead and jump right in because we have a lot of information to cover in just a little bit of time. My name is Carrie Smith. I am a silver leader with Young Living, and I have to tell you, these little bottles of essential oil have totally changed the life of myself and my family. We have 3 adopted children and 1 embryo adoption, and these guys needed this kit, I think, probably by far the most out of any of the kits. That and the Freedom Release kit, which is out of stock right now. But this Feelings kit, if you haven't tried it, here's a little note from Gary Young. Gary Young says, if you use the Feelings kit, apply the feeling oils before work and every night before bed. If you do this for 30 days, you will change your life. So that, for me, is a challenge that I'm willing to try, because who wouldn't want to do something for 30 days to have it change their life, right? So let's go ahead and get started a little bit more about what essential oils are. When I got started with Young Living, I really had no idea what an essential oil was. All I knew was that my mom was applying essential oils to my dad's feet, and they were diffusing them when they came over to visit my house, and they said that they were amazing. It took me a while to understand how a little bottle of oils could do something that powerful until I tried them myself. Then sure enough, after a couple of months of using them and learning how to change everything in my household to essential oils and plant-based products with Young Living, it truly has transformed my life. So what is an essential oil? Essential oils have been around for thousands of years. You know, a lot of us think that they're just something brand new, but they've really been around. You can look up the Ebers Papyrus or the Hildegard, I believe, book, and of course in the Bible. But they've been listed over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times in the Bible. Young Living has always been at the forefront of bringing ancient tradition to modern users, introducing millions to emotional, physical, and spiritual wellness that can be truly life-changing. Their essential oils are extracted through steam distillation, resin tapping, and cold pressing. Basically, if you look at a plant, you know that that plant has everything it needs to have a healthy immune system, to remain pest-free, and to thrive in the world, right? Well, basically what an essential oil is that's all of that potential, all of that strength, that power of the plant distilled into a power-packed drop of essential oil. So anytime you hold a bottle of Young Living's powerful essential oils, you're holding nature's pure essences. There's 3 ways to use essential oils. So here comes the fun part, okay? First thing I want you to do is I want you to go and grab an essential oil. You can grab any oil that's close by. I have geranium right here, so that's what I'm going to use. The first way to use an essential oil is aromatically. And that simply means you drop a drop of oil in your hand. You rub it clockwise. That just kind of activates all those molecules, says, hey, wake up, let's get going. Then just go low and slow and just breathe it in. It's really good when you close your eyes. And just let the tension of the day just kind of fade away with the smell of that essential oil. A lot of times you can even feel your shoulders relax a little bit. You can feel your mind clear a little bit. Some oils will even transfer you to an instant memory. Of course, another way to use your oils aromatically is just to sniff them out of the bottle. This is handy when you're driving in the car. This is good to do with your neroli or your jasmine or even frankincense, the ones that are a little more expensive. You don't even have to use a drop. You can just smell it right out of the oil. Then do 3 or 4 drops in your diffuser to have it running all day long. At nighttime is my favorite time to diffuse because that's when our bodies do the most healing. So imagine breathing in essential oils all night long. It's kind of like sleeping in a garden. It's fantastic. The next thing we're going to do is topically. I have this handy dandy little roller ball on my Stress Away. It makes it easy to apply my oils topically. You can just rub them on your neck, on your shoulders, put them even on your wrists, wherever it is that you feel that you need a little bit of oil on your body. It's really good before and after workouts. Very, very great for the first thing in the morning, just to kind of get things going for you. The next one is our Vitality line. Now, Young Living is the only essential oil company that offers our Vitality line. Our Vitality line basically means that it's generally regarded as safe by the FDA for human consumption. Now, this is huge because when you buy essential oils from the grocery store, if you read the back, it says don't use internally. Well, guess what? As long as we have this oil in a little white bottle, it's totally safe for you to ingest internally. One of the ways you can do that is just by dropping it under your tongue. I love to do this with my peppermint, or you can put it in a glass water bottle. You can even use these little gel capsules, and this is great for DiGi's or oils like that to take before and after every meal, especially with the holidays coming, because we all know we're going to need a little extra digestive support, right? Okay, so how exactly is it that oils can inspire a positive emotional state? So I understand how they taste good, they smell good, but what does that really seriously have to do with our emotions? Well, imagine this. Imagine smelling an orange peeling. How does that make you feel? The bright, sunshiny smell. Doesn't it make you feel alive and energetic? Imagine going into the home of your grandma and smelling fresh baked bread or fresh baked cookies. You can be instantly transferred to a memory, right? You can remember sights and smells and sounds and tastes because our sense of smell is directly connected to the emotional part of our brain. That's why when we smell something, it goes to our emotions before it goes to our logic. So each essential oil's complex, pleasant, and unique scent triggers emotions and memories, which can help you in your search for a more fulfilling and balanced life. Imagine being in traffic, okay? And you grab your orange oil or your lemon oil and you just breathe it in. You just feel sunshiny and happy, and it just brings a little extra joy to your life. To help you rediscover peace, balance, and joy, you can use your essential oils and blends you learn about today for diffusing, soothing baths, massage, inhalation, and topical application. Oops. So the way essential oils impact our emotions is the limbic part of our brain, the limbic system of the brain. It plays a powerful role in creating emotions and feelings. It's called the emotional switchboard of the brain because it's responsible for carrying sensory input from the emotion to the hypothalamus and then from the hypothalamus to other parts of the body. Now, I just want you to stop and imagine when you go into a frightening situation, whether something jumps out at you or you're almost in a car accident or something like that, what happens? Automatically, just our body fills with adrenaline. We go into fight, flight, or freeze mode, right? We're wired that way. That's how we've been since the very beginning of time, since God created us and put us on this earth. He designed us with this fight or flight motion, fight, flight, or freeze instinct. Well, when we get scared, think of this little gland up here, and it starts to shake. It starts, oh my goodness, we need to be scared. We need to be scared. All of our senses are heightened. We can hear better. We can smell better. We can feel everything touching us. So I want you to take this into consideration when you're in a frightening situation. Have you noticed that you're more sensitive to noise when you're in a high stress state? How noises might bother you, or sounds or sights or touch might bother you, and you want to just get away. Well, that's because that little hypothalamus is just shivering and shaking because it's just like run, run, run. It's designed to protect you. Well, when you breathe in an essential oil, it's kind of like a blanket. Remember when you had a baby or you were a tiny baby and you were swaddled? You were swaddled super, super tight to kind of keep you nice and compressed and close. And that was a way to make you feel safe. When you breathe in an essential oil, it's kind of like swaddling your hypothalamus for better for a better way of saying things. It just kind of brings that little settling over top of that, and it just relaxes it and calms it down. Essential oils can have dramatic effects on the limbic function, your emotional state, and how you feel. This is directly related to the strong aromatic fragrances. Essential oils contain volatile molecules that can make their way into your bloodstream. They can also travel directly through the blood-brain barrier very quickly. Now, this is something doctors haven't even been able to find a tool or a medicine to do, travel through that blood-brain barrier. Well, that's because we have a perfect physician, and God has already designed something like that for us. So we just need to utilize the gifts that God's given us. A lot of times when we have grown up, especially in stressful situations or whatever it might be, maybe we've been so busy our adult life that we are at a place where we can't even identify our emotions. We know we're feeling, but we don't know what we're feeling or why we're feeling it. Well, Dr. Robert Plutchik designed this wheel of emotions. And I absolutely love this because it kind of gives you, when you're having a hard time figuring out what your emotions are, this can kind of help you out. He states that there are 8 basic emotions: joy, trust, fear, surprise, sadness, anticipation, anger, and disgust. Plutchik created the Wheel of Emotions, which illustrates the various relationships among these emotions. So when we look at these basic emotions, we can see that the intensity of the emotions decreases as you move outward and increases as you move forward towards the wheel's center, as is indicated by the color. For example, anger at its lowest level of intensity is annoyance. At its highest level of intensity, anger becomes rage. So imagine you're sitting in a classroom, like when you're in high school or something, and somebody behind you just starts throwing a little spit wad at you or a little piece of crumpled up paper at you. And every couple seconds, you feel that hit the back of your head or you feel that hit your shoulder. At first, you're just annoyed, right? I mean, it's just like, oh, I wish they'd stop. Oh, they're driving me crazy. Okay, then it becomes anger. You're just like, oh my goodness, you feel your blood pressure rise up, your face might get red, you feel your muscles tense, your shoulders tense, and you can just feel that you're just getting all bottled up with anger, right? You feel it like from your toes. It's almost like a heat sensation that spreads throughout your whole entire body, right? Well, then if it continues and continues and continues, what's going to happen? That is going to come out somehow. So the next thing you know, you're throwing your desk around and you're turning around and you're getting ready to punch the guy in the face. That sounds horrible, but that's the way our emotions are, okay? We have our small, and then it grows, build to our extreme. That's why it's so important to identify and recognize when we're at the small, the annoyance, and learn how to release those emotions before it turns to rage. Now think of your children. Like I said, have 3 adopted children, and emotions play a huge part in our daily life, okay? Now imagine giving your child a drop of oil, their favorite oil. I know you're going to say, which oil should I use? Which oil should I use? You know what? Grab an oil. If it's lemon, grab a lemon. If it is peppermint, grab peppermint. Grab an oil. It's okay. Just give them the bottle or give them a drop. Now, if you've waited too long and you give them a bottle, the bottle's probably going to end up across the room. But if you've reached it in time, and as you train your children to do this, they're going to recognize annoyance or whatever their small emotion is. And they're going to be able to be like, ooh, I need my oil. And so they grab that oil and just have them breathe it in and have them just count to 10. This worked tremendously on my, well, she was 11 then, but it's huge. So we'll move on. Opposing emotions are found directly across from another. So the opposite of boredom is acceptance. The opposite of serenity is pensiveness. The opposite of distraction is interest. The opposite of annoyance is apprehension. So let's explore how the essential oils you can use on all points of the emotional wheel. When we're talking about joy and sadness, I'm just going to go through these really quick just because we don't have a whole lot of time. The good thing is you can take a picture of it, or I'm going to also be posting these particular pictures today, so you guys can save these. Joy and sadness, here are the oils you could use for each of these. Trust, disgust. Like I said, I'm just going to move kind of quickly through these because we have a lot more to go. Fear and anger. I love purification when you're dealing with children just with a lot of emotions. In my personal opinion, purification is a great one to diffuse at nighttime. Trauma life is also fantastic. Like I said, adopted children. Trauma life is one that even though I adopted my children at birth, my children have a lot of trauma in their life. So trauma life is a really good one. Anticipation and surprise. Okay, so next we're going to jump into the feelings collection. I want to just read something really quickly that Gary Young or Dr. Stuart Dr. Stuart read about Gary Young's trip to Vienna, Austria. This is about the feelings kit. It has been said that when there is conflict between reason and feeling, human beings will always side with feeling. According to Gary Young, 99% of life's decisions are made from feelings. Therefore, if you want your life to be guided by good decisions that lead to health, happiness, and fulfillment, you need to be aware of and in control of your present feelings, and to learn how to release the repressed emotions of the past. Most of our feelings from day to day are not responses to current happenings. They originate from the programming in cellular memory that was imprinted by the emotional experiences of our past and that we were unable to understand, process, and resolve at that time. These forgotten traumatic experiences function as live programming in our bodies, affecting every aspect of our lives and particularly in the area of how we make decisions. When our thoughts are limited by fears, lack of self-worth, and not feeling good enough for more or better, we make decisions that limit our success. Limited thinking leads to limited decisions that lead to a limited life far short of the God-given potential we actually possess. By focusing on fixing our feelings, you can fix most aspects of your life, physical, mental, and spiritual. Essential oils are perfect vehicles to help you in this task because their molecules pass directly to the emotional brain and can bring us into contact with the issues we have long forgotten. They also enable us to deal with those issues and resolve them once and for all. When we clear our emotional baggage, we clear the way to manifest our true and highest potential. Thoughts equal frequency. Essential oils absorb our thoughts. They are registered in the oils as intent. Intent is directed energy. When you apply an intent energized oil on your feet, they can saturate all of your cells within 60 seconds, stimulating creative thinking and pushing negative energy out of the cells, thus increasing the frequencies of our cells throughout the body. In that uplifted state, you can create a new desire to be better tomorrow. You have no limitations but those you choose to accept. So now let's talk about how we can use the feelings kit to let go of some of those negative emotions and those things that we no longer have to hold on to. Basically, what you're going to do is all of those things that happened to us long ago have made this like riverbed in our brain, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to create a new way for our brain to flow, which means we have to dam up that old river, right? And create new pathways. So I want you to stop and think of that. Your thoughts, your negative things that are keeping you from moving forward are an old riverbed, okay? Your new thoughts are going to take more work because you have to train your brain to go this way instead of that way. When I see a dog, I wasn't, but if I was bit by a dog as a child and I'm always afraid of a dog, and I see the cutest little dog that my best friend has that's so super sweet, naturally I'm going to be fearful of that dog because of my negative experience. Now I need to train my brain to go against that fear, that bad experience, and tell myself I'm no longer in danger. I'm safe. I'm okay. So I need to create a new truth, a new pathway for my brain to go, okay? So I can breathe in these essential oils, and they're kind of like little diggers that help to get that new pathway going, okay? Like think of little I'm a mom. Think of little tractors, you know, your kids play with tractors in the sandbox. These essential oils are creating new pathways in your brain. All right, so let's start with Valor. Now, I'm going to read to you some of the ways that you can use Valor. Gary Young put this fantastic paper together to tell you exactly how you can use Valor. There's a couple of things I'm going to leave out because they're not compliant with what the FDA says. However, send me a message and I will, we will talk about compliant ways that you can use the oils. So Valor, you put Valor on the soles of both of your feet at nighttime, along with her highest potential blend. I recommend that one as well. These blends are effective to erase limited thinking. Valor balances and equalizes the body's energies, increasing oxygen intake to the pineal gland, the seat of our higher intuitive faculties. You will wake up in the morning more self-assured and more alive to start the day. So on the soles of your feet, both morning and night. I like this one on my heart as well. Harmony. Massage 1 drop of Harmony oil on the center points of your body. There are 7 of them along your spine, sacrum, lumbar, dorsal, heart, cervical, where your neck meets your shoulders, the hollow place at the base of your skull, and then the center of your forehead. You can also massage, so basically if you're on your back, you're just gonna roll it all the way up and then place it right here on your forehead. I like to do mine on my stomach and front too, and I just start down on my pubic bone, and I just go all the way up and on my forehead. Harmony balances the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems, which in turn gives us progressive creativity and feelings of confidence. The biggest sin is not having confidence in yourself. He who lacks confidence lacks life. So if you're dealing with a lack of confidence, you don't believe you're capable, or you don't think you're worthy or you're worth it, believe me when I say that God gave you everything you need to accomplish amazing things. And if you're not accomplishing those things, what's holding you back? And how can you move forward and start rocking your world? So the next oil is going to be forgiveness. Sorry, it's so blurry. Forgiveness, apply forgiveness oil around your navel with your right hand going clockwise several times, and think of situations where you need to forgive yourself or others. We beat up on ourselves, but everyone makes mistakes, yet we struggle to forgive our own mistakes and those of others. Unforgiveness is one of the most common roots of physical, mental, and spiritual disease. Unforgiveness does not make the offending party sick, it makes us sick. Forgiveness is for our own benefit. It is accomplished in 5 steps. Number 1, forgive yourself for allowing the person to affect your health and happiness. Number 2, forgive the other person for any harm he or she may have caused you. Number 3, and as a side note to that one, this does not need to be done directly with the person being forgiven, but it's an inner adjustment in your own heart. Number 3, give the other person permission to forgive you. Number 4, see the good in the situation. How have you grown through this experience, or how can you grow through this experience and become a better person? Number 5, be thankful for the experience and the lesson it taught you. Inhale and apply forgiveness oil while going through these steps, and repeat as often as necessary to clear the feelings of unforgiveness. You want to take a huge step with this? Do this in front of the mirror. Look at yourself in the eye, face to face, and come face to face with what's holding you back. Because when you can look yourself in the eye and do this, you're gonna find that you're even more empowered to move beyond what's holding you back. All right, release. I love release. Anytime you have anything that's going on, just do use some release, and it's gonna really help you let go of anything and everything. So negative energy goes into our blood and then into the liver for cleansing, where the toxins can remain trapped. Thus, the liver becomes a storage place for anger, resentment, bitterness, hatred, jealousy, envy, addictions, and a host of destructive feelings. Apply a few drops of release oil. I'm gonna get a little tricky here. You can put it right here to release the poisons of stored emotions from the liver. You can also rub release over the liver area, drink lots of pure water, and then you can also do a liver cleanse. If you'd like a great book for really amazing cleanses, Inner Transformations with Essential Oils by Dr. Leah Deirdre, I believe. My book's out in the living room because that's what I'm using right now. It has tremendous, amazing cleanses that you can go through. Again, it's Inner Transformations with Essential Oils by, I believe, Dr. Leah Deirdre. I highly recommend that book. All right, so Present Time. Present Time is my son, his favorite oil. It has neroli in it. Neroli is a power puncher. It's tremendous. It's one of those oils that you just breathe. You don't use drops. You just breathe it in. You'll be amazed at what it can do. When we live in the past or dwell on the future, we are not being productive in the present. Energize 3 drops of Present Time by making clockwise circles on your oil in your palm. Remember doing this. And then you're going to apply to your thymus. This is the gland just under your sternum or breastbone. If you start here, you just slide your finger right down the middle, and you're going to feel a little sensitive spot. That is going to be your sternum. That is going to be your thymus. Besides keeping you focused on the tasks of today, this can also help you financially by increasing your abundant consciousness in the present. This is also a really good one to breathe. Rub it on your hands and just breathe it in. Whenever you feel yourself kind of going too far ahead, I am a forward thinker, so I'm constantly 20 steps ahead, thinking about my next thing to do. So this is really good for me to just breathe in and really focus on where I am now, and it helps me to just focus. So inner child. Okay, so inner child. When you are a child, all things are possible. There are no limitations. Think about a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old child. I have a 3-year-old, almost 4-year-old, and I'm telling you, she believes she can do everything and anything that her teenage brothers and sisters can do. I don't know if it's completely because her sisters and brother are older or what, but really, it's amazing that I haven't collapsed because she scares me to death. She thinks that she can do flips like them. She thinks she can sled down hills like them. She has no fear. There is nothing holding her back. When you find your inner child, you have found your true self. That child that is creative, the child that has no fear, that child that can do anything, that's the real you. All of those fears, all of those things that tell us why we can't, how we can't, what were you thinking? That's all of the stuff that's been put on us and placed in our lives and in our minds because of just negative experiences and things like that. If you apply one child to the pad of your thumb, you can place it right here. This is going to open right up here your cranial sutures and stimulate the pineal, pituitary, and other organs of the emotional brain that occupy the space just above the roof of your mouth. Walking backwards while you have your thumb in your mouth looks stupid, but it changes the rotation in the pelvis, elongating the spine and decompressing the discs in your back. Thus, you can clear the nerve channels for energy to flow smoothly throughout your brain and body. In conclusion, Gary said, use the feeling kit morning and night for 30 days. You will feel enthusiastic. Your life will be full of excitement and people will be drawn to you like a magnet. Now, if you have a question about how to use inner child and let me remember which other one. I believe it's release. Shoot me a message and we will have a conversation about a couple of other ways that you can use these 2 oils. A lot of this has to do with your intention. So just have that intention of inner child. I am going back to that person who didn't have any fears or was not held by anything. So let's say you don't have the feelings kit. Number 1, I highly recommend getting the feelings kit. It truly is the best way to get all of these emotional oils, and it's the cheapest price. You can if you don't have it, a good place to start for the next 30 days is just use some of the oils in your starter kit. Some of my favorites to use in the starter kit are lavender, frankincense, and stress away. You can apply these to the palm of your hand, rub your hands together, inhale slowly for 30 seconds, and let go of those negative emotions. Now, I always tell people to create an affirmation or a truth statement as you inhale to help influence your thoughts and feelings. So for example, let's say today I'm distracted. I have 3 million things I want to do, and because I don't know where to start, I'm getting overwhelmed and I'm not getting anything done. So something for me to do would be to grab my clarity oil or my peppermint oil or frankincense, lavender, and stress away. Like I said, I don't have any. We're going to use wintergreen. What I would do is I would grab my oil, I would put it in my hand, I would rub it around for 30 seconds. I'm going to speak out loud because the power of our spoken word gets to our subconscious and it tells us truth. That's what's going to create that new passageway, okay? If I just think it in my head, it's kind of like you're not really going to be creating a new passageway. So we need to have power behind our thoughts and our words to create that new passageway, right? Because we're creating a new way of thinking. So I'm going to rub my hands together and I'm going to just speak. I am focused. I choose to do my work. I am capable. I am focused. I choose to do my work. Now you can either pick one truth, you can pick 3. Don't do too many more than 2 or 3 because then your brain's going to be like, wait, what am I doing? Starting with 1 is good. I've been working on this for a little while, so I feel okay doing 3. Start with 1, focus on that. When you feel like, okay, I've got it, then move on to your next truth. Do that for 30 seconds, morning and night. Put them on your feet morning and night. Every time you do, speak that truth, speak your statement, because that's what's going to create that new thought process. I choose healthy foods. I choose to love my husband. Whatever your truth statement is, okay, guys, just focus on that truth statement while you're inhaling that oil. 30 seconds, I think at least 30 seconds. Okay, so let's say you don't have a starter kit. Now where are you going to start? Well, I've got some excellent, amazing news. You can start today by purchasing the premium starter kit that comes with 11 out of this world essential oils plus a diffuser, which is perfect for diffusing to get those oils into your system aromatically. And the kit, our premium starter kit, is the only thing in Living Cells that's 50% off. You guys, this is so tremendous because it's a $300 value and you're going to get over $300 value and you're going to get it for $160. Not only that, but from now until forever, you're going to save 24% on anything you purchase from now until forever, like I just said. That doesn't mean you have to purchase every single month. It doesn't mean that you're obligated to sell. It doesn't mean that we're going to come knocking on your door every single day. All that means is that you get your own account so that if you want to buy a peppermint next month, you can buy a peppermint. If you want to buy a thieves kit in January to start off some toxin-free living, you can buy a thieves kit. It means that you can do what you want to do with your oils. We are empowering you to make your own decisions with your wellness. So you can do that if you have somebody who introduced you to this class or to this, you can go to them, ask them for their member ID number, and they'll help you get signed up right away. If you don't have anyone who you're working with or who has shared essential oils, please feel free to use my member number, 1719778. Go to youngliving.com, enter that number as your enroller and sponsor ID, and you will be all set. I will send you an absolutely fantastic welcome gift, and we will get you started with using your essential oils today and removing those emotional blocks that are holding you back from your best. You can also try individual products as a retail customer if you would like. If you would like to do that, you just simply go to youngliving.com or message me and I can help you get that started. And you can still sign up as a retail customer with 1719778. You won't save the 24% or the 50% on the starter kit. I honestly recommend the premium starter kit because it truly is the best way to get started. Here are some of the resources I have used today. You can do Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils by Dr. Carolyn Mean, or you can do the Aroma Freedom Technique. We have two Aroma Freedom Technique people at our office in Middlebrook Heights, Ohio. You can go there and they will sit down with you and talk with you, or we can even do a clearing online. Here are some upcoming events. This, of course, was our first blast class. This is our Lunch and Learn video replay. November 13th, next Monday, we're going to create your own starter kit. If you'd like to get started, but you're not sure that you want these specific oils and you want to even start with the feelings kit in a basic starter kit, come to that class on Monday. We are going to show you a bunch of ways you can get started with a cooking line, with makeup, with cleaners, all of that stuff. It's going to be a fantastic class to join. November 20th, of course, right before Thanksgiving, we're going to have a holiday recipes with Vitality Oils. And you don't want to miss our special Black Friday event. It's going to be an all-day online event. We're going to have a breakfast blitz. A bunch of us leaders are going to get together to bring you the specials that Young Living has to offer. Guys, this is something we wait for all year long. So you don't want to miss out on it because there's going to be discounts and giveaways and tons of stuff. There's also going to be a Christmas kickoff on November 27th online, and then the Lunch and Learn replay on the 30th. All Monday night classes will be on Zoom at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thursday Lunch and Learn will be at noon in His Time Education Facebook group. Giveaways. So the giveaways, now these are applicable for you if you are on the downline of Charla Zirkle or Carrie Smith. If you're not sure if you are, contact your sponsor and enroller and ask them. They will know where you are and who you belong to. Now, if you don't have a team yet, you're welcome to join us for a special holiday welcome gift. If you order the Feelings Kit from now until November 12th you will receive some amazing freebies and account credits. The first 5 people to order a Feelings Kit will receive a $20 product credit on their account. Now, I will tell you, I only have a couple of these left, so make sure you order today and then send me a picture of your order, and then I will credit you that $20 on your account right away. Now, this will be placed on your account November 25th. This is just in time for Black Friday, so you'll instantly have $20 to spend on Black Friday sales. Essential Rewards is our special loyalty program. This is a great way to save 10 to 25% back on everything you purchase, an additional on top of your 24% savings. You'll also receive promotion credits, free products, and different things like that. There's no obligation. Ask your sponsor and enroller about Essential Rewards because I highly recommend it. It's like getting paid to shop. Imagine going to Walmart, going grocery shopping, or going shopping at Walmart and getting to the cashier and them spending $100 and then giving you $25 back in cash. Would you be okay with that? Okay, well, that's what Essential Rewards is, Young Living style. Okay, these are some of the giveaways that you can get. When you put a 300 PV order in, you are going to get up to $210 in free products, $75 back in Essential Rewards if you're getting 25% back. So basically, if you're getting 25% back on Essential Rewards, you spend 300 PV, you're going to get $285 back, basically, in products. Win-win, right? And one of them is frankincense. Can't complain there. All right, thank you guys. I don't know how long I went. I feel like I went a little over 30 minutes, so I apologize for that. I'm working on it. I am a talker, and I love to talk and share about oils. They are my passion. It's what helped me retire my husband after 17 years being on his job. I absolutely love doing this as a business. If you have questions about how you can do this as a business and find financial freedom, I would love to talk to you personally. So go ahead and send me a private message or talk to your sponsor, and I'm sure they'd be happy to help you. I love you all, and you have a great afternoon, and we shall see you all soon. I always have a hard time ending these meetings. I just want to stay on here forever. All right, that's it. Love you guys. Bye.